So here we go with question 15. A student wants to carry out an experiment to determine the input power to a small electric motor without using electrical meters. The motor is used to lift light loads. The efficiency of the motor is 15%. Describe how the student can determine the input power to the motor. Your description should include the measurements taken, the instruments used to take the measurements, and how the measurements are used to determine the input power to the motor. Right, before we begin this, I'd just like to say I mark for OCR, and when we get these kind of questions, I don't want to have to read through lots and lots of things. When they ask to do these descriptions of experiments, these points here on the bullet points, they are the things that you're going to get the marks for. So, simple bullet points, simple things, and it makes the examiner's job a lot easier, and we're less likely to miss the points if we don't have to read through lots and lots of stuff. Okay, there's my rant over. Let's get on to this. So, first of all, I would draw myself a little diagram. So, I've got myself a little motor, and that is going to be lifting up a little weight here, and we need to do that. So what we're looking to do is to work out the power. So I know that the power is the rate of work done, so that's the work done divided by the time, and because we're lifting, the work done is going to equal the potential energy, so that's going to be mgh. So if I look at this, I can see, let's put that together, that the power is going to equal mgh over time, and now I've got it set up so I can see what things I'm going to need to measure. So I'm going to need to know the mass of the weight. I'm going to need to know the height that I'm going to lift it through. G would be 9.81 meters per second squared, and I need to know the time. So my measurements are going to be mass, the height, and the time. Now for the second point, it's asking what are the instruments used to take the measurements. So I'm going to write those in. The mass, I would use a balance. For the height, I would use a ruler. And for the time, I would use a stopwatch. So these are my measurements. Let's write that in. And I've already worked out how to do the power, but it's saying that up in the question, the efficiency of the motor is 15%. So this power here is going to represent the 15% of the power that I'm going to put in. So my input power, let's call that power in, is going to equal my power out divided by 0.15, or power in is going to equal mgh over t multiplied by 0.15. 4 marks, nice and simple.